For over a quarter of a century, the best paintball teams in the world have gathered in Orlando, Florida at the end of the year to answer a simple question through a hard test. Who is the best on the biggest stage at the last event of the season? Over the years, the World Cup has been the scene of gunfight magic, a place of battle where skills earned through hard work, applied in the biggest of moments, has forged talented names into legend. But this year, the COVID pandemic has deferred dreams, stopped stories, and the entire sport at its highest level was put on hold. With only one NXL event in the books, the middle of the season became the longest off-season that we have ever had. But the brakes are now off. World Cup 2020 is just on the horizon, and the 4-day battle to see who is the world's best paintball team is almost here. Who will emerge as the champion? Go watch all of the intense battles now from the 2020 NXL World Cup, only on GoSports.com.
Better off, other than they have their stud World Cup roster here. They've won 2 World Cups in a row. This has been their brutal playground. You can see their Houston Heat on your screen. Also in the set, Seattle Thunder going to be playing their first match against the Outlaws, who again lost to Revo. Bo, how you doing?
I got no mic, I don't think.
Okay, well, I can hear you.
Oh, you can?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
I
sir.
can hear you too. I can't hear you guys.
Okay.
I'm doing good. I'm the paintball gods have definitely, followed us this year, and a little wet weather, but I think it's going to clear out here in the next couple hours. But
yeah, it's beautiful.
We played Heat yesterday. They were looking solid, pushing the field as they do.
Yeah.
Ronnie down the D side. Chad, was playing good down the D side as well. So, probably going to be fast. We actually played Revo last weekend. They were pushing a lot too with Steven and Mike on the outside.
They looked. Did you watch their first match, or?
I saw parts of it. I know they put up a bunch of points.
Yeah, they were looking. Good. They were looking really good. They don't have 2 of their core guys here, in Max Trailer and Matt Derula. Matt Derula.
And Zaleski.
No, Zaleski too.
Right.
Oh, wow, so Dan didn't make it. So that's a huge hit to the roster. You couldn't see it in that first game. Yeah. I mean, Zupa played lights out. Omaro played lights out. Pretty much everybody did. I mean, they looked really good. Now they are playing a rebuilding Outlaws, so we'll see. There's their first big test. First body to come off is going to be Houston Heat losing a body from that D side, though, but still taking a bunch of ground over there as they're going to make it all the way to D3. But another body comes off. It's Chad George take the walk. Just 3 on 5 right now.
And Revo has field position. They got the snake, they got the left 50, and then another Houston Heat player taking a walk.
Omaro going across. Yeah, Sam Monville taking the walk as well. So it is not looking good for Houston Heat here in their first point.
Matt and I were arguing earlier, and I said Revo is the dark horse in this. And he's like, no, watch. And it's Houston Heat. And I was like,
that
I
is
think
a
it
lie.
might be Revo.
Why?
They have a solid team. I mean,
they look good out here, man.
Rich was the one that said Heat was the dark horse to win.
Well, they are a tier 3 team.
Yeah, they did not have the best.
Thank you, Bo.
Which is tough because that's one of the reasons that it made that bracket so nasty. So when we were arguing, brackets of death, right?
You look at the tiers. Okay, who has the best tier 1 team? Who has the best tier 2? I mean, obviously Heat as a tier 3 team is going to be the best
tier 3 team.
That's solid tier 3 team.
Yeah. So with that bracket being Revo, X Factor, Heat, Thunder, and the Outlaws.
And Thunder as a tier 4 team always, comes to play.
And Thunder loves to play spoiler. I mean, a lot of times they've gone 2-2 and barely missed the cut. We'll see. I mean, is that the bracket death, or is it C? Impact Damage, Infamous Energy, and DMG. DMG being a tier 5 team,
right? Because
they took 17th at Vegas. So I think those are both brackets of death. I think those are harder than A.
Death and Mayhem.
I think you guys, Russians Dynasty, you guys being a tier 3 team, and then ML Kings Wild Dogs. But with Wild Dogs being new, ML Kings also trying to tier up. I think that's a softer bracket. Anyway, jumping into this next point here, speaking of it, Thunder and the Outlaws. Outlaws losing a body first, but looks like Matt Chim for Thunder is going to be taking a walk.
4-4 here. Both teams heavy in the pocket. Neither team's broken out to the snake side.
Yeah, so Thunder with a little ground in that center, taking that brick up and over the top, trying to get a drop in on the Outlaws. The Outlaws have taken some ground on that D side. They're all the way to that wedge. Another body's going to be coming off. It's for Seattle Thunder. Not looking good right now, as they have 3 bodies and a little penetration in the center, but no one on the snake side here for Seattle Thunder. They have 2 guns looking that way, though.
Yeah, and that's where the Outlaws have to figure out what's going on and attack the snake side as Corey Field takes a walk out of the back center for Seattle Thunder. 2-4 advantage here for Trade My Gun. Seattle's attacking, though, down on bodies.
Yeah, Sakaguchi, GJ Sakaguchi.
Good move there. Down on bodies, goes forward, gets a guy, gets great field position. and gets him a chance to get back in this game.
You can do that on this field because it's very hard. Once he gets into that spot, he can pop up in about 20 different spots. So you can wheel and deal in there even if you're down bodies, because if they don't know where you are.
Yeah.
So it
Jeremy's
looks like
going to be frustrated when he watches that film.
So Thunder going to be taking this one here. It was not looking great for Thunder. Some losses for the Outlaws, though. They didn't have anyone snake side, and GJ playing. I really like how GJ Sakaguchi plays. He's a great dude, too, from Hawaii. But he's been grinding for a long time, and when he got picked up, you know, when Corey Field rebuilt Thunder a couple of years ago, he cut 2, 3, 4 guys off his squad, picked up some different guys, and I talked to him about it. I'm like, wow, you cut some guys that have been on team for a little bit. He's like, Maddie, we're trying to be as competitive as we can. I really like the talent we saw these guys when they tried out. GJ was one of those guys. Just like everyone, they're missing a few guys here or there, but we'll see. Good, decent comeback point for him right there.
Yeah, they were out at the Middle Pro Invitational, and actually they put out Sakaguchi against Pat Kraft in the one-on-one against us. So it was a good.
How'd he do?
Pat beat him, but it was, I was not shocked, but I thought they would maybe put out Map or someone more experienced. They put him out, and he, played well. Pat just got a little bit, got the best of him.
Yeah, great dude, great player.
Yeah.
We'll see, though. Now Houston Heat playing their first point here at World Cup, the defending champions 2 years in a row.
Chad George snake on the break.
Their second point as they lost that first point against Revo. So Revo, again, looking like on cruise control still, but now pushing hot and heavy here. Houston Heat, Ronnie Dizon past the 50-yard line, D side. Chad George, 50-yard line, snake side, and everyone's following him up. Ryan Moorhead right behind his boy, Chad George, and Ryan Smith holding it down from that back center. Yeah. Stewart on that D side trying to back up Dizon, and they're really putting the pressure here on Revo. 2 bodies now walking off of Revo.
Revo's going to figure out that you cannot. Yeah, Revo's going to figure out you cannot sit back on this field. You have to take you got to take real estate if you want to play D-ball.
I think we might be seeing a penalty assessed on Ryan Moorhead.
Yeah.
Maybe they shouldn't horn it.
And he stayed in.
Well, yeah, so Ryan now looking at John at the referee. There goes Stewart. I mean, it was looking really good here for Houston Heat, but that penalty just was terrible for him. And now Omaro's going to get that free kill. Dizon's probably thinking, how did I just get shot in the back?
I thought we were winning this.
The last time I head checked, we had all 5 guys alive.
Yeah. 5 guys alive.
G2, it's 5 on 3, and all of a sudden I'm getting peppered in my back. What is going on?
Communication, guys. Communication. I'm happy you guys are here. I was afraid after that beating Iannucci put on your whole team in Virginia that you guys might not come. The rumor
We're sharing a house.
The rumor on the street was you guys would not show up.
Are you really sharing a house?
We are really sharing a house. So the story goes.
Iannucci's got him right under his wing. Come on, it's okay, guys. It's okay, little guys.
Did you guys set up a cage in the backyard or what?
Yeah. So the story goes about 2 months ago, and myself, Harris, and John talk probably once, twice a week. We're really good friends, all 3 of us. And
you guys just all hate Thomas Mantoni? Is that
yes, we definitely hate Thomas
Mantoni. The fix was in.
Yeah, and so I'm like, John, let's just share a house. We've done it before with other teams.
A mansion. Let's share a mansion.
Exactly. So we get a house, and then all this stuff goes down where he pushes Mantoni, and he probably apologized to Mantoni, myself, and Harris about 1,000 times. John's a great guy.
I've always loved Thomas Mantoni, but I loved him even more after that. He's like, dude, it's paintball. We were getting chirpy. We deserve it.
I just thought it was so fitting that Thomas Mantoni comes back and is immediately involved in an altercation right out the gate. I'm like, oh, that's pretty fitting. All right, so jumping back into this one, Outlaws going to be losing 2 bodies here at the start.
Still attacking.
But they are able to shoot out. Looks like Corey Field taking the walk. They also going to be losing GJ.
Yeah, so 3 on 3, but attacking over here on the snake side. Oh, no,
that was Unger. No, it was Brandon Unger coming off. And they all, yeah, it's not looking good for Thunder right now as the Outlaws are past the 50-yard line here on the snake side of the field. Looking like Matt Chim in that back corner bunker. So it's 2 bodies alive on that D side trying to save the day in this point for Thunder.
And this is the new divisional player that came up from Texas, Anthony.
Vidal.
Yeah, coming down the field, just doing work.
And here comes Fred Berkeley to drop the hammer. And it looks like Map Chim is able to shoot out Berkeley, and then Map Chim's going to launch a counterattack, but still looking at it's a 2-on-1.
Oh, Jay.
Maybe a 2. Map Chim might have just pulled this one off.
You know he's the best Cambodian paintball player in the world, right?
No, there still is. He definitely is. It's a one-on-one situation.
He's the best one-on-one Cambodian player.
So it looked like it could come down to a 3-on-1. Map Chim shoots 2 bodies and is now locked in a 1-on-1. So Map Chim, legendary veteran here from the Pacific Northwest, ends up losing the 1-on-1 though. Wow. So still almost pulled off that 3-on-1, not able to do it. And there's one of the new players. That was Anthony. Yeah, Anthony, Texas. Jeremy's rebuilding his team again.
I think he played on Grit semi-pro, maybe?
Yeah. No, I think he was divisional. Maybe semi-pro.
No, I got semi-pro.
Okay, yeah. Looks good, though.
Yeah, it's a big moment for him.
Yeah, and we were talking about the story earlier about how cool it is to be able to come up and try out on one of the pro teams, not affect your ranking, and see where you're at. Yeah, maybe you go back and like, hey man, I need to work really hard for 2 or 3 seasons, and maybe you go back and like, hey man, I'm ready, and get picked up on the Outlaws.
Yeah. So back to the Iannucci thing. Yeah. So we are at the house with them. He's a great guy. I'm really good friends with John, and he's going to be sending me some info too. He's doing a big raffle for a kid.
Cancer.
The cancer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're also doing selling our pink jerseys. Actually, we sold out.
Yeah, you should have made more. It's like when you guys made the first run in unicorns. I'm like, why didn't you make 100 of those, dude? What are you doing?
Well, hey, then it's not limited.
You're leaving money on the table.
Then they're not limited.
It's still limited. It's just limited to a little bit more.
All right, back to this match. 2-0, Houston Heat not winning. I think everybody's a little bit surprised at that. Baltimore Revo looking really, really good. 13-20 left in this match.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, you got to give this one to Heat, but it's not. It's all about performance, obviously. And Revo warmed up. They warmed up with an amazing performance in their first match. So, but still a ton of time left on this clock for Houston Heat. They're only down 2, and they are first to strike. Body comes off right now for Revo. So
it's definitely an advantage though, those first 2 points if you've already played a match, right? I think that's true. You don't usually get that where the other team's already played a solid match. You're coming in kind of cold.
Now there goes another body as well. So 2 bodies actually coming off for Revo. Just 2 players left alive for them. They have that body at the brick in the center of the field, and Houston Heat is just sharking all over. And that's Omar, last player left alive. He's about to get chicken winged here by Chad George.
That was a barbecue chicken wing. Those ones are spicy. Houston Heat looking really good there. Coming back down by 2. Now they're only down by 1 with 12:47 left.
They had looked good in that other point. It was just the penalty that killed them.
Right.
So
Revo actually, they do have a couple bodies missing, but they picked up Tom Guest.
Okay.
So he's playing their can mainly.
Okay.
And I think Josh Pike actually was done after Vegas, but he came back just for this event to help him out.
Nice.
Is Guest wearing his own jersey? I'm just wondering, because I didn't see a Guest on the back, but
sure. He's standing right there. See him right there with the beard?
Yeah.
Oh, he's wearing the McKenna jersey.
Oh, yes.
Because I was like, McKenna this, McKenna that, and I'm like, who is this McKenna guy? Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
That McKenna guy's on fire.
Yeah, no, so that's Tom Guest right there. Beard and all.
Well, he grew a hell of a beard because he was all clean shaven before that.
To join you guys.
Well, when you get older.
No shave November.
Here we go, 1-1, 12:22 left in this match.
So on the breakout here, pretty heavy guns for both squads. A little heavier here for Thunder.
Pretty sure they're snake players.
Yep. Definitely got shot. I don't know if he went hit broken.
Yeah, 2 bodies have come off right now for the Outlaws, but a penalty going to be assessed here on Thunder, which is going to decimate their squad. But they are pushing up still on the snake side and on the D side, wrapping around on that D side and now past the 50-yard line.
That snake guy got bounced. Yeah, he's still alive. I thought they were going to pull him out for sure.
That's what I thought, too.
So now it's a 3-on-3. That's different. Nope.
Well, he comes through as Barolo, and Barolo is able to get his guy and stay alive. That was absolutely huge, and get the other kill, too.
Stapulo's messing with his hopper again when he got shot.
So Patty Gleason and Barolo just won that point for Thunder. Gleason on the D side, he's had a very interesting story. Had to fight addiction. He came on our show, talked all about it, and was very honest with it. Now he's a jacked physical trainer, super healthy, so turned his life around. But it was just a great job here in that last point to give this slight lead here to Seattle Thunder with 11 minutes and 33 seconds left to go.
Baltimore Revo taking the field, 1 point advantage over Houston Heat. First 2 points are all Revo. He came back real strong that last point.
Yeah. Well, they're putting this kid McKenna back out again. I don't know.
No, it was this McKenna kid.
That coach
He's
back
pretty
in
good.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so you're saying McKenna was stunting earlier.
He was. I was kind of like, because I hit up Henry. I was like, hey, dude, how's everything going? How's the team look? He didn't say anything about picking up Tom
Henry's
Guest.
a little slow. Well, when did you talk to him?
Week ago, week and a half.
I thought they picked him up maybe just after that.
Okay.
I'm sure that's what it was.
Is this?
I'll give Henry the benefit of the doubt. Maybe.
Yeah. But McKenna in air quotes had a hell of a game in the first one. So
now you know
good
why.
job, Tom McKenna. Oh, get a bad start though on this one for Revo. So, but do they stay alive? It looks like they're going to have to triple up the back, and then here comes a big run through from San Monville in the center of the field. Perfect time to do it too with that bad start for Revo. But it doesn't pay any dividends. I don't see any bodies walking off right now.
No, they stayed back because they got that bad breakout. So
there goes the first one.
Houston Heat now getting Chad George with that 50 snake. Revo had a really bad breakout, but have come back here a little bit.
Yeah, so Monville walked off. Dizon's coming off, but Chad George is at the 50-yard line. Here on the snake side, one of the best snake players ever. Former MVP Chad George.
But I think Houston Heat is just down to just 2 players, and they're both over here on the snake side of the field. There's no one alive for them on the Dorito side, no one looking Dorito away. So unless Chad George can get a couple key kills here, Houston Heat might lose his point. As soon as Baltimore Revo figures out there's no one on the drill side of the field or in the center of the field, they can definitely turn that corner and win this point. Just got to put it together.
Yeah, so Devin Stewart over here helping out Chad George, snake side, there on your screen.
Yeah, I'm just surprised he's pushing this way, though, instead of swinging back and trying to get on the other side of the field.
I was going to say, the move was probably to backfill a little bit, maybe get into the, you know.
Houston Heat gets a kill, but at the same time, Chad George takes a walk. Now it's a 2-on-1. And if Stewart, for me, I would like to, 3-on-1, I would like to have had Stewart swinging back to the drill side. Even if he doesn't get there alive, he's trying to do the right move. Yeah. Now Revo's going to win this point with 3 bodies left alive, looking really, really good after that false start.
Yeah, they tripled the tower.
Hey, let's go pocket.
Yeah. Best case scenario when you have to triple up and 3 guys get a bad start is you somehow win that point, which that's a head shaker. That's going to be a head shaker for Heat when they go back.
And that was the game plan. We worked that out in practice. Oh, yeah. We only do it every 7 points, so it's unpredictable.
Is this the sun I see coming out?
Shh.
That's what I said.
Shocker.
I'm scared away.
Good. Hey, you're good luck, Bo. I need you. Appreciate coming up here when the sun finally starts shining here. I thought we were going to get to 3 o'clock before we saw the sun.
Everyone's switching to tinted lenses now.
Yeah, it's always frustrating when it happens mid-game.
Yeah,
so you're like barrel tape, visor, beanie over, clear lenses, and all of a sudden it gets super sunny.
Yeah. I can't see anything. 11:33 here, 1 point advantage for Seattle Thunder.
See if Seattle Thunder can ride off this momentum.
Yeah, it seems like the longer, slower points favor Seattle, and the more chaotic points favor the Outlaws. Yeah, he got bounced off the center for sure. Now if he's not careful, he's going to get smashed.
Yeah, Outlaws here, good spot. At the 50-yard line here in the snake, going to get a very free kill.
Play like it's hot.
Yeah, player had no idea. That was GJ, had no clue that he had an opponent in the snake.
The dog gets that kill. Mark Franz is going and hunting that left 50. Looks like he gets him clean and gets in there alive. That's one of the divisional players that came up and started playing exhibition matches.
And he's looking good right now, still alive, past the 50-yard line, all the way on the Thunder side of the field. Now they're going to get some more help. Here comes Fred Berkeley. He comes up to the 50-yard line as well. And everyone rolling their guns, really putting the pressure on these last few players for Thunder who are having a tough time staying alive in those back spots. We've seen that constantly. This is not really a field where we've seen a lot of guys being able to battle out of those back spots in playing defense.
Yeah, you can get up this field and then you're just pinched.
Get out of that cannon tower.
Well, then like you said, so many variables. We were talking about it earlier. Snake side, D side. My God, there's so many bumpers to work with.
When I'm in that tower looking snake way and that guy gets into the snake, you lose him. I mean, he can literally pop up
anywhere.
Left 50, right 50, you know, the little cake in the middle, any part of the beam. I mean, there's so many variables there.
So Thunder going to have to go back to the drawing board here, figure something out. Outlaws looking pretty good in that last one. Now, see what Houston Heat can do here. Getting a little bit of a slow start to this one. They don't look slow. I mean, they're very much pushing all elements of the field. They're just getting guys clipped out here and there. A couple bad breaks.
Yeah, clusters.
Did they get a penalty on one?
Yeah, they did. They had a penalty assessed on one of the points.
Yeah, they did. They didn't throw the flag, but they pulled the guy.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
So Houston Heat in those their trademark red jerseys and Baltimore Revo. But Revos look, I've been telling you, that first game was outstanding. They looked really good right now.
I told you that.
No, I told you that, Rich.
Well, hey, we gave him a great practice.
That's probably what it was.
You're right, Bo. It was all your guys.
Yeah, it's all us.
Revo
got another bad start.
Yeah, I was just getting Revo get another rough start. I don't know if something's going on with the scoreboard or with Revo. Revo loses their snake corner, but also takes 2 or 3 on the break. Houston Heat loses their Dorito corner on the break. 4-on-4 battle here, but Houston Heat is already in the snake wrapping.
Yeah. That's
going to put a lot of pressure on the center players for Revo. And that's why Matt and I were talking about whether this field was the D side strong side or snake side strong side. And I was like, for me, it's the snake, because if that guy gets to the snake and you don't have a guy out there, you're going to lose for sure. If that guy gets to the 50 Dorito, it's not game over.
Well, they lost another.
Yeah, they're down 2. They shot another 2, though. So it's still 3-on-3. Now it's 2-on-3, 2-on-4. Oh.
Yeah, it's not quite must-win here for Heat yet. There's 10:30 left on the clock. These points have been going real fast.
Yeah. Baltimore moving up the drill side of the field as Houston Heat is moving up the snake side of the field. 3-on-2 advantage for Houston Heat as they attack on the drill side.
Chad George looking cross field. Here comes Thunder, though, trying to counterattack. Gets past the 50, but gets smoked.
It's like a 2-on-1 now.
Yeah, here comes Ryan Moorhead cutting through the center of the field, trying to finish off this point, keep this one close. And
you can't break out in the open against in a 2-on-1.
gets a shot on Guest.
Chad George going to finish for the win. Houston Heat right back in this match. Only down by 1 point with 10 minutes left.
That's the hardest point to get, I think. You're up by 2 to go up by 3.
Yeah.
It's just.
It's that top of that.
I tell my guys all the time, like, let's go up by 3. This, going up by 2.
Hey, let's do this one for Bo. Come on, guys.
Exactly.
Let's go by 3 for Bo. Come on.
It's like we never just get, you got to get to that 3, and then it's just a totally different game.
We can just coast now. We can just coast. We can make 2 mistakes.
We make a lot of mistakes.
You know how good it feels to make 2 mistakes, be able to make and not get punished? It's amazing.
So, Bo, you guys also a little bit different roster as well, too?
A little bit different. John Delano has a hip issue, needs some surgery. Alex Rosati never really got over his ankle injury every time he went to play.
So it was really close. Chad George almost walked off the field without hitting the button, assuming that Baltimore Revo was going to concede. Baltimore Revo did not concede, so the time's been going down this whole time.
Yeah. So, we have our core guys, Harris Pat, Tim Stetzel, Will Hennessy is here, Robbie Altamore.
So you did bring Altamore.
Yeah, Robbie Altamore came. Then we.
Yeah, I thought Robbie coming off the bench for you guys a couple times has been awesome.
Yeah.
Like when Stetzel went down.
Yep.
Yeah, he filled in nicely, so I think that's a good guy to have there. But yeah, you guys still have a roster that very well could make it to Sunday.
Thomas Mantoni, and then we brought back a guy.
He's that new kid, right?
What's that?
The new kid, Thomas Mantoni?
Yeah, that new kid. He's never played paintball before. But we actually brought back a player who's played with us ever since the beginning. We let him go. We wanted to shorten up the roster. Josh Taylor.
Oh, Josh Taylor.
He's back. He played with us at the Pro Invitationals. Been practicing with us a lot. He's probably going to get the start tomorrow, to be honest with you. He's been playing really well.
Wow. Nice.
What position is he?
One of the back spots. He's been playing really well behind back wraps. So.
Really heavy guns for Seattle Thunder. 4 in the back. They this time on purpose triple up. Maybe, tripling up that back center, then getting Sakaguchi out of there, and it pays off for him as the first body to come off is for the Outlaws. So
yeah, and they take the snake on the break. So they went heavy guns and risked one body outside. So
in good position with Sakaguchi in the center. 5 bodies alive right now for Thunder. Nobody out on that D side yet, though, so they're going to have to remedy that situation here shortly.
Now they get in that D can, and you can fill from that D can pretty easily.
Yeah, it looks like he's kind of stuck in there right now. He's not even shooting his gun. Just making extra special care that he's going to make it out alive. And then here goes Unger. Unger going to get into the snake and hit the deck and crawl up. So, and then now looks like that's Patty getting over there into D2. And Sakaguchi actually going to move up and get out of that, out of the brick and into the wedge. So, 3 nice secondary moves here for Seattle Thunder. Start pressing the issue.
From a triple the back tower, and then he spread up.
And just get 2 key kills over here on the snake side of the field. Trade my guns. Down another body. Only 1 body left now.
Yeah. Oh, it's Barolo. So Barolo and Sakaguchi doing some work here for Thunder. Good point. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. Like the Barolo's slow, methodical getting into the snake, but he eventually did it.
He's playing it well.
Yeah, and he got a kill inside, and then Sakaguchi rolling through. And yeah, it's a nice, interesting game plan here for Thunder. Really conservative off the break.
But that's kind of their gig, right? For them, that was a pretty offensive game, man. They're going crazy.
Yeah. Triple the backs, triple the buzzer bunker.
Yeah. And I didn't see, they got a kill early, but I didn't see if it was his first look or if they got him on the break or not.
Yeah, I think everyone's rosters are a little. There's not one team that has like. I don't think there's one team that has everybody that
they started
roster.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Heat is probably the closest.
Yeah. Well, they don't have Fedorov.
Well, yeah, they don't have Fedorov, but that's just one guy. And they were super deep.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think everybody's missing a.
I don't think one team went through unscathed through the longest offseason we've ever had.
Houston Heat running and shooting to the snake corner and gets out there alive. Looks like he checked his pod.
He's got hit.
Yeah, looks like he made it out there. Chad George takes a bounce in that little temple in front of the snake, and gets shot right where he got bounced the first time.
So Mishka is getting a spin, and he's now into D3, pushing the issue here on that D side for Houston Heat. Yeah, but they did lose Chad George.
Revo losing their first player out of the 50 snake there from Mishka's cross shot in the Dorito. 4-on-4.
Yeah, Ryan Smith, the only body out here on the snake side, but Ryan Moorhead not one to hide in the back, so I was just going to say it's only a matter of time before Ryan Moorhead finds himself.
And when you have hair like that, you don't hide in the back.
Still has great hair after all these years, lucky guy. But he does get clipped, though, after getting into the snake structure, the snake one, so 3 bodies left alive right now for Houston Heat, 8:20 to go. Another body coming off for Revo from that center can.
3 on 3.
Better field position here, D side for Houston Heat with Mishka and Chad Boucher.
Revo taking a move over there on the rear side, trying to get closer. Oh, and catches one on the outside.
Tough death for Chad, though, out of D3, and that's going to leave just Mishka over there, who's up and over the top of his spot, trying to look for kills. And there's Ryan Smith there, who's going to look like he wants to go forward.
Might as well.
Oh, Ryan Smith almost catches the player in the Aztec, but here comes a run through.
Mishka is too athletic.
Mishka, Spidey senses were tingling, still alive, stays not able to, or able to stay alive through that attack over there from Revo, and Houston Heat going to put a tying point on the board, 3-3 now.
And that's the difference in those two teams is Revo's playing a 2-on-2 like they're losing the match, and Heat's playing it like they're winning. You know, like Revo was kind of scared out there. They had the advantage. All they had to do was sit back and relax, and then get out of the bunker and run at the guy with the gun that's shooting at them. That's a bad statistic on how many times you win that. Sit back, relax, cross it up, dink one of the guys out, or eat up as much of the clock as you can, right?
So here comes Thunder's next line. It's going to be John Kurzawa, Barolo, Chim, Gomez, and Unger. But yeah, that's, to me, Bo, as we're sitting up here, you know, you watch all these 20 teams, know all the guys, to see all the stories behind the scenes, who can make it, who can't, how is this all going to shake out? So then when we actually get to determine now who is going to step up for their new squad or hold it down for the guys that aren't there, and that's going to be kind of the story here at World Cup is with all these changes. I mean, when you look at what happened to Impact, and yes, they played Infamous, and Infamous has a pretty nasty roster, but it was a bad game for Impact, even though they picked up some great guys.
It's hard to get that gel going.
Yeah.
We say that all the time.
Seattle loses 1 on the break. Trade my gun loses 2. 3 on 4 advantage here for Seattle Thunder. Oh, Seattle loses another body. 3 on 3 and have another guy getting pulled and a penalty. So Thunder with only 1 body left alive. Big advantage here early for Trade My Guns.
Yeah, the Outlaws now Berkeley moving up here. Snake side trying to take advantage of this penalty. The referee's chasing him down, though, and here comes Berkeley going to establish a lane down the sideline, win that gunfight, and that's looking like the Outlaws, yeah, taking out those last few players here for Seattle Thunder, and also tying the game up. 3 on 3, both.
Good early shooting off the break, got a penalty, and closed it quick.
That's how you do that.
Hey,
you know that guy.
So both.
Yeah, they do have definitely a way different roster right now.
Map Chim fell out to that corner, but 3-on-1 was a little bit much for Map Chim this time.
Yeah, he almost pulled that 3-on-1 off earlier, though.
Usually he does. I always bet on Map Chim in the 3-on-1. Always.
Well, we're, you know, good on obviously with the tie ball game here in both of these in this set with both these games. Want to keep it this way, keep that spread. Bo, we were talking about how important spread is. You more than anybody knows how important that point spread is.
Spread, man. Last year
2-2.
Mr. 2-2, and you know, on the bubble all year.
Yeah, and then we'd have you up here, and you're, well, I'm rooting for this team because if this happens, and then Y happens, and then Z goes down.
Yeah.
And
but
then,
what if they tie?
Yeah.
No, they can't tie it. Pro, so. That happened to us once, actually. First NXL, Virginia Beach, we're watching, and we had blown out the 2 teams that were ahead of us. I'll finish the story afterwards.
So jumping back into it here, tie game, Houston Heat and Baltimore Revo, both teams sending bodies into the snake. And the referee's going to run in, check out Revo. Revo doubling up that back, can also dropping that body, though, and they lose the body in the snake, so it's looking good for Houston Heat. They now double up in the snake, and here comes the push for Heat, trying to close this one out. Guest is trying to hold things down from that backhand. They do lose another body here for Revo, and they're going to concede that point and save the pain. So Houston Heat now going to take the lead, looking like they're warming up a bit.
Yeah. So to finish the story, so we had 2 mercy wins, and then we had 2 close losses. So we're sitting there, and the 2 teams that we mercied played each other, and whoever lost, we would get the tiebreaker.
Right.
So it was head-to-head. There was about a minute left, and one of my guys looks at me, and this is at the time where they brought back ties to the semi-pro. So one of my guys looks at me and goes, "What if they tie?" And I did and because of the tie, they would be 2-1-1, 2-1-1. We're 2-2, so we were out. So
yeah, you guys are the kings of 2-2 and point margins.
Yeah. I'd rather
So
not.
I was gonna say maybe in this one try to go 3-1 here, 4-0 maybe.
Yeah. Well, we got the Russians today. A little rematch from last year's World Cup. So.
Yeah, in the pre-show we were saying it's like, look, on paper, yeah, got to give it to the Russians. However, at this exact event last year, New York Extreme took the win.
Yeah. That was a great match. I watch it every once in a while. I put that match on and watch it.
Heavy guns again here for Thunder. 4 in the back,
Yeah.
and it works out again for him. They get a quick kill.
That was actually, he started late and they pulled him. Oh, yeah, he didn't get out there in time and they pulled him. But I'm sure they laned really well as well.
So Outlaws also going heavy on the back. And,
Heavy pocket.
Yeah, heavy pocket for both squads.
Seattle likes that pocket.
Yeah.
That's their game. They're good shooters.
Well,
off
Bo,
the break.
what do you think, man? We've been I talked to everyone that I could, asking, hey, offense, defense, we think it's going to work out here, strong side. Looks like penalty assessed on the Outlaws, so tough break for them. It was like 80-20. Most people were saying this is going to be an offensive field. Don't really know how you can slow it down, but a couple guys were saying, I don't know, man. I think we could go real pocket on Sunday. Kind of and the reason why I brought that up is we just saw that from both squads.
So what I think is it can be offensive if you're 5 alive. But there's a lot of ways to shoot guys off the break, and that's where you're going to see the speed is you lose a body off the break, and it's bam. You see Heat do that. They get one, they shoot one body, they're down to the 50s.
Yeah.
Well, and
You know,
All the best teams are great at that.
right. So I think that's going to slow up the game is when people get their lanes dialed in. We don't have rain, and people are going to be going pocket, and that's going to end up generally slowing down the game, as you always see Sunday, like late Saturday, Sunday paintball, because everybody's dialed in. I have that corner shot dialed in. I have that cross shot. I have that shot, dialed in. So I think just naturally that slows down the game. But in general, it could be 20-second points all day long.
Yeah, it always slows down on Sunday, and the only difference I think on this field is once you get all this dialed in and all that dialed in, the guys can still go up the middle and come out to both 50s, which
Right.
we saw in that practice.
Yes, we did.
And so that's kind of another level to it, right?
Yep.
So I think it's going to be harder to do the traditional shoot the outside guys and sit in the pocket when they can go up and out.
We tried it at practice against Revo. We're like, okay, hey, let's get a lockdown play.
You got it,
we're up
right?
to
You got to try.
Dude, we tried everything. It's just tough. If you're not
You
shooting
gotta
a guy
take real
off the break, it's tough.
We are seeing lots of bodies drop off the break. Most guys going to the center, been making it no problem. Obviously, huge bunker you're running to. Couple guys, though, their heads up
Yeah.
a little too high, getting walking off.
If you lane it,
That,
shoot.
and the inside out, run up the center, and then cut out to the snake, that's worked almost every single time that somebody's tried it.
Right.
So we'll see if teams can
Yep.
counter those when they are
There-
looking for offense on Sunday.
There's tons of options on this field, and that's what makes it fast. It's just, yes, when you get dice going to the corner, yeah, then you can use the middle and still keep the pace up on the field.
Yeah, so
Chad
go
George
Houston Heat.
attacking.
Houston Heat 1-point lead right now is Chad George on the offense, same with Mishka. And it looks like Chad is going to hit the deck, crawl up, and then get up into that 50 incredibly fast. No one down the sideline worried about it. So Chad George is up and on his feet. He's wrapping around. And now going to shoot that inside lane. Still 5 bodies alive for both of these squads.
See, when it's 5-on-5, it's different. Even though Chad's in the 50, you still have to worry about that Aztec shooting you. He's got to worry about that can possibly shooting you. So it does slow it down when it's 5-on-5.
Yeah, for sure.
This could be, and besides the score is 4-3, but still, once 5 bodies are alive, it does. The field will slow down.
For sure.
And nice job by Ryan Smith to fill out of that back center. I just, Heat's never a team that plays slow. They always play offensive, almost no matter what. So it looks like they are starting to warm up here, as they've been doing this constantly, even when they were losing the points. A penalty here, there, losing a couple bodies, but they really are starting to find their form, looking good right this second.
Well, and they're the first team that I've seen that just abandon the back can and the back tower, and I like that. I talked to Harris about it at the practice. I was like, listen, after the breakout, as long as you got to get out of those, man, because those bunkers just get smaller and smaller.
But it feels safe when you're
but
back there.
on the
to
flip
start.
side, Baltimore's got 2 guys tied up in those bunkers, so completely different looks and completely different game plans.
And just to go back to the point about fast and this and whatever, how many times do you see a guy get to the 50 snake and not able to get a kill?
Yeah,
He has not had a kill shot.
No.
And because he has to worry about that guy just peppering.
It's happened quite a bit, mostly, but so far we've seen guys win the game win the point from the snake side even more than the D side, which has happened a lot over
I
there.
agree with that. I'm just saying is when it's 5-on-5 and you don't lose a body off the break.
You got to be very careful.
You got to be careful because and penalties don't help.
Yeah,
But when I'm in that can or in that tower and I hear 50 snake, I don't get worried on this field because he has to take such a big wrap to get it. And if I have a guy to my left, he can't do that.
And just real quick to co-sign on what you're saying, we have seen quite a bit of guys get to the 50 snake and then die recklessly by over battling for no reason. Just kind of exactly what you're saying.
So, but even with the guy in that temple, he can block that guy out though and wrap and kill people across the field. Chad just was playing the high side of it.
He can. Yes, he can get low and come down and still
him.
kill people because that Aztec can't
Blocks
shoot
it out,
out.
yeah.
What Revo was doing though is they were peppering it with the tower. They were peppering that low shot. But
Another close game here. 1 point, 750.
both close games.
20 seconds.
That's why I said another close game.
Oh,
here.
another close game. I didn't hear the another.
Sorry.
My
I gotta work
headset's
on my-
not
I gotta
working,
work
so
on my
I'm
new
trying to hear you
Oh.
with my one ear.
We're a skeletons crew here.
Yeah, okay.
We
COVID,
had like
COVID man.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had like 15 hot interns that were supposed to show
Aw,
up. They didn't
man.
show up. It's a whole thing.
You scared him off. Tell him.
Probably. Good breakout from both teams.
Taking some ground here, snake side. The Outlaws off the break and able to make it clean.
I like that. They need to get out there. Fred Berkeley, number 2 on snake side. I like that too.
Yeah.
Anthony attacking that 50 snake.
Fred Berkeley, like Cody Minkowski, aging like a fine wine. They keep getting better. It's pretty impressive. So, I mean, he's just been the guy that's always on the Outlaws, even with this new look here. So now, here comes a couple moves from the Outlaws, making the move in the center. Oh, he gets checked real quick.
The player for the Trade My Gun Outlaws and 50 Snake is doing everything he can to get shot.
Yes.
Hopper over the top.
They didn't know he was there, so that's the spot where they don't know you make it because he was on the left. He was on the left side of the snake.
Yeah.
Crawled all the way to the 50. Now you have the chance to come out and get your first 2 balls in that guy, and because they don't know he's there, that's a different story. When Chad was in there, they knew he was there, so they could lock that down.
Still 5 alive.
Yeah,
right?
that's the worst feeling is when you're in one of those back spots and you hear snake and you don't know where he is.
Yeah, he finally pushed it too far and got shot. So instead of just relaxing while he was up
So
there.
that's what you were talking about, Maddie, where just the untimely
We've seen
death.
quite a bit this morning. And another body coming off for the Outlaws, this time out of his bunker in the back, though, on that D side. And
Bad death.
his teammate's now going to creep up a little bit, get to D1. Still have that body at the brick in the center, but so does Seattle Thunder.
What you have to ask yourself when you go back and watch this film is if you can move forward after the guy in front of you died, why didn't you move forward when that dude was still alive?
Better field position right now for Thunder on the D side of the field with a body at that 50-yard line wedge. And he's just really trying to put pressure on the center of the field here against the Outlaws. And now Berkeley's going to try to get out and get
Nice
into the
job.
snake. Running referee checking out Sakaguchi in that center for Thunder. Looks like he's clean.
And it's scary. You get someone out like Berkeley like outside or out in 50 snake, it gets scary. Oh, he gets sneaked out of there.
That was Corey
That's
Field.
surprising.
Corey Field was just nonstop peppering that lane. Big gun in the backfield as always here for Seattle Thunder. Corey Field, the reason that team exists. Another body coming off here for Thunder, so looking good for the Outlaws. They need this one here, 5:35 to go, and another body
Marky
coming off.
Franz is working up there.
Nice shot.
Yeah, Marky Franz is been wilding out in that center of the field.
He got lucky that the Dorito didn't look in when he was popping
yeah.
battling because he would have blew his loader off. He got
Same,
lucky.
yeah.
It's a 3-on-2 though, still in favor of Seattle Thunder, even though better field position here for the Outlaws.
So Marky just got 2, so at least he gave him a chance to get back in the game.
Yeah, again, they need this one. 5:15 left to go. They're down by 1.
He lost himself. Thunderstruck. Good point for Marky, but yeah, concede.
Bend don't break moment for Thunder, and they were able to do it. So, and now, yeah, this is the point in time when Jeremy needs to concede.
Yeah.
A little slow on the
That's
flag.
10 seconds ago.
It's going to be a 2-point
Still
spread
plenty
now.
of time, 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For 2 points, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Especially on this field layout. Like you said, we haven't really seen too many long points out here. For the most part, everything's been going pretty quick, or even maybe a little bit quicker than normal, even though we've had some aggressive layouts recently. Vegas was aggressive last year, Cup aggressive.
30 seconds.
I mean, that's the type of paintball we all really want to see.
We enjoy watching.
I don't mind watching those, tactical matches as long as things are happening.
Right.
I hate, I think the worst one ever was MAO, Mid-Atlantic Open, well, I don't know, maybe 5-6 years ago. It was the worst layout we ever had. And Sunday it just devolved to 5 players in the pocket every single point, no one risking it all.
Sucking the
Tripling
life out
up.
of you.
It was a triple and a double up for both squads. It was terrible. So jumping into this next one, 2-point lead now for Heat as they have found their groove and they shoot a body on the break.
Yeah, interesting
Good.
break out there for Revo. They did 5 across the back and then lost one, and then released up the gut.
And then aggressive secondary moves here for Heat, which is what they've been doing, win or lose every single point. Now they're going to get Chad George into the snake. They already moved up on the D side. Still a body for Revo up in that center.
Looks like Revo's just going to hide in the back. Now they're attacking on the Dorito side, so they got 1 up the Dorito, 1 in the center, and 2 in the back line. Still much more defensive than Houston Heat.
Yeah, Zupa out in this back corner bunker, snake side, and he's going to crawl all the way from the back bunker. We have not seen this yet. No one has done that move the way that Zupa just did. And he makes it in alive. Has to check off on this little gap.
Get him for sure.
looks like
Watch that
checked.
crack.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
watch that crack. Looking at that gap. It was smart that he did that, actually, because he knew from being back there that that guy was looking at that lane. That's Ryan Smith up there in the center. And now he's going to try to get through that crack, and it looks like he might have got shot. Ryan Smith's trying to call it. I didn't see a break either, and it looks like, I mean, we're seeing that side of his pack right now, and it looks clean.
Ryan's definitely calling it, but I didn't see, as he says that, as he does that, he loses a player behind. It looks like Mishka taking a walk over there from the rear side. 4-on-4 now.
Another body comes off for Revo on that D side of the field, and that's going to force Henry Sense into a slight tactical retreat and try to reposition and get over there as they lose Zupa in the snake. So not looking that great right now for Revo here with this lead he just put on the board.
Yeah, 2-on-3 advantage here.
And only 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. Just neat looking like they're going to go up 3. Ryan Smith trying to find this body here in the center. Well, he knows where it is. He's found him. He's just trying to gunfight here left-handed.
Is he by himself?
Yes.
Oh, wow. What
2-on-1.
Oh, more. Okay. Oh, Chad died. Yeah. Wow. Well, it was looking good for Heat. Now it's looking good for Revo here as Ryan Smith's trying to battle in this 2-on-1 situation, and he gets taken out. So Revo turns the tables here, winning a couple gunfights.
4-on-5 with 3 minutes left. This is a good game, man.
This is a great game. This is what we were hoping to see.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't think Revo even had a chance, Matty.
Bro, why are you putting words in my mouth? That was what you said.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
They didn't have a chance? No. I didn't say that.
Did you remember your memory pills?
No, for sure. How do you remember your memory pills? Forgot those for sure.
So 3 minutes left to go here in a very close match as Revo showing some good signs of life
Yeah,
there.
they look good, man.
Yeah, they really do. Revo, I know this. They let Heat kind of start to not run up the score, but put those points in a row up.
I mean, Heat's really, really good.
Yes, they're 2-time defending World Cup champions here, 2 times in a row. 2018, 2019.
Can I edit something we said yesterday? We referred to them as the new Aftershock. I'm in a group with about 30 Aftershock guys, and they said something like 20 more wins, then we could start saying they're the new Aftershock. It was like 22 more wins. I didn't get the exact math. They were listing
Your
a bunch of
legend
wins.
is secure, okay? It's all right, guys. It's okay. Your legend's secure.
Don't kill the messenger.
But you know, Houston Heat has been very dominant in World Cup,
Yeah, they've
which is
won
what
2.
Aftershock used to do.
Yep, for
so
sure.
I stand by my statement.
Don't kill the messenger, Matty. Jesus.
You're right.
You're
They
always
don't
yelling
have
at
as
me.
many overall wins, but I mean, they haven't been around for nearly as long.
I mean, if you want to fight with all the Aftershock guys, Matt, that's fine. Oh, Map Jim taking an early walk out of back center there. Another one. Seattle Thunder down to just 2 players left alive.
So penalty was assessed there on Seattle Thunder, taking out both players on that D side, and then here comes Barolo. He's going to get
Barolo
clipped
got
too.
shot,
So the Outlaws fighting for it here with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, trying to make this a 1-point match.
Quick point.
I love the fact that Unger was attacking down by 3 or 4 bodies there.
Yeah, Markey in
Like
the
his
center.
style.
Markey's playing really well for him. Berkeley's playing really well for him.
Yeah, so you see they tried to go pocket, 1 wide,
Yep.
5 alive.
Yep. No.
Hard to lock that down.
Yep. If you
If
get
they
your
had
outside
shot one
guys,
off the
yeah.
break-
If you get your outside guys, you're fine.
Right.
One side or the other. Doesn't matter which side.
Absolutely.
But if they get outside on both sides, you're in trouble.
That was what, a 40-second point or so?
They need another one of those.
Yeah. So
Well, it doesn't even need to be 40 seconds because they still have 5 minutes, 4 minutes to work with.
5 alive is very, very
Crucial.
important on this field to keep it down.
5 alive and outside.
Yes.
30 seconds.
So
And you could have 2 guys back in the tower in the can, 1 guy in the front can, and 2 guys in the brick, and still have 5 dudes in the pocket and alive. Then it's just whoever makes the first mistake.
Yes.
yeah, and again, like we said, it's very contingent on teams. If Heat, which they have all the time, makes it deep on Sunday, it's probably not going to play that slow because Heat doesn't like to play slow. Even when they were losing points out here, they're still flooding bodies downfield.
It's only going to get slow if they get up a few points and decide to slow it down. Baltimore Revo, Houston Heat. Baltimore Revo down by 1, playing really well here.
So now, very aggressive break here for Ryan Moorhead,
Back to the 50
MVP
snake.
award winner from World Cup victories, and now all the way to the 50-yard line here in the snake. Player right in front of him, though, for Revo, and Zupa's going to get called out, and that's going to be a penalty assessed. This is a huge breath of fresh air for Houston Heat. They're going to be going up now 5-on-3, and they own the snake side of the field. No one else over there with Ryan Moorhead.
Almost want a Hornet at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
They just lost another.
Yeah. Houston Heat wants to go as slow as they don't shoot anybody else. And
Slow down, boys.
and Baltimore should concede.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, that's a smart concession. 2:28 to go now, down by 2, and though the field is playing relatively fast, want to keep all that time on the clock
For
as
sure.
much as possibly can.
Clock management, margin management, super important. Murillo going out the field, been playing well on the snake side. Just got to get in there a little earlier and press a little faster, a little harder. Trade my gun down by 1, 4 minutes left here.
It's been, I know we're super early in the tournament. We have not seen anywhere close to all the teams yet. But
It's literally only Thursday, Matt.
I know, but I like what we're seeing so far. We've seen some close games, couple blowouts, but you know, seeing the Wild Dogs win their first game, seeing these close matches right here, how good Revo looks, Heat coming back right now. It's been a good morning so far.
It bodes well for good paintball this weekend.
Yeah, and the sun's starting to come out.
And that was in the rain. If we can have a couple sunny days, things might get amazing out here. Are you playing?
Yes.
Is that knee 100%?
Oh, yeah. I played last weekend again.
You have a note from your doctor?
I forged one.
Okay. As long as you have a forged note, we accept. Good luck and have fun, my friend.
Well, be careful out there, Bo. You're getting a little fragile in your old age.
Where are you playing out here?
Everywhere.
Oh, that's hard to scout.
So one in the snake. I like it. You and Harris.
I'm there. If you want me there, I'm there.
Fighting over the snake?
It's funny, we had a practice once, and we were doing this round the corner thing to the snake. I forget which event, they had a big brick, and like 4 of our guys tried to do it. So I'm like, guys, let the old man do it.
Let Bo in here.
Go around the corner, and I had our coach literally tailing me, watching me to see if I got shot.
Who's faster, you or Harris?
Harris is definitely slow.
Not just physically, but yeah, for sure. Trade my gun, walking out.
So looking at the Outlaws here, down by 1 to Seattle Thunder. 4:19 on the clock.
I think
Outlaws need this win. They lost their first one.
They do, but taken away from what we've seen in the past, I think Trade My Gun is looking better than they have looked in the past, and that's a good.
Well, it's like what you said to Jeremy said to you. I'm building this team so I can try to win World Cup in 2021. Yeah, 21, not right now. So, you know, it's not really having any sort of, not really thinking that they're going to come out and take this victory here at World Cup. That's not what he's doing. So it's just building for the future.
Anthony running, shooting to that snake 50. He loves playing over the top on that thing. Seattle's dropping bodies left and right, 3 walking off, 4 walking off. Trade My Gun's going to win this point, tie this game up with over 3 minutes left in this match. This is a really close match.
A lot of time.
Yeah, Trade My Gun is looking good. Seattle Thunder is
There's so much time. This could be a mercy.
Let's not get carried away. Oh, Map Chip's fired up now.
Saying something about bonus balls.
Oh, we know all about that.
What? I don't know anything about it. I don't know. What do you talk to us? Share your input.
Actually, last year with Trade My Gun, it was actually with Trade My Gun.
Get out of here.
Fred got a penalty. I think Fred got a penalty overshooting.
Fred did not get a penalty for overshooting. He's the nicest guy in paintball.
A little bit of back and forth.
No.
It's old school, right, Maddie?
Yeah,
you
man.
guys are old school. Come on.
We are,
no, just old.
Unfortunately,
just old.
definitely old. Yes.
I'm up there with you.
Yeah.
Listen, Junior.
I just remember when there was nothing called bonus balling. It was just, you know, that's just the way it is. 15-4, and you were getting hit.
15-4, dude, no. Talk about 25.
Yes.
25 balls a second.
Yep.
That was nasty.
And that was if your gun was tuned down.
Yeah. That was without breakout mode and all these other modes. Yeah. Cheater mode, hater mode.
Yeah.
All right. Pretty close game here, too. We'll see if Revo can rise to the occasion right now.
Snake on the break.
Revo trying to put their second win up. This is Houston Heat's first game. Houston Heat going to be losing Ronnie Dizon.
And Revo gets Dorito 3 and Snake 50. Big breakout here for Revo.
Yeah, aggressive breakout for Revo. Also going to filter into Tommaso up there behind Pike. Pike's going to get his headshot, though, as he tries to advance forward. So, but they still have, looks like Walchesson here in the snake, but he's going to get taken out too.
Man.
So, look, they get to some good spots, but look, I know, hey, they need 2 points and they only have 2 minutes. I'm not going to knock them too hard.
No.
Unfortunately, tough deaths for them in this situation, and it looks like also Walchesson lost his loader too.
It's just frustrating because they had the opportunity.
I was just going to say, you're 5 alive, it's 5 on 4, but you see Heat's still pushing forward even though they're down a body, and they get into the right spots to shoot those guys who are being aggressive.
And now Houston Heat's in the 50 snake and no one's looking at him. If he figures out that no one's on the tape and he wraps, he's going to kill all 3 of these guys.
Yeah, Ryan Moorhead, always aggressive. Ryan Moorhead here wrapping around and looking to get past that 50-yard line snake side. O'Mara creeping down low, trying to get as tight as he possibly can here and hide. And then now scoot up and get into the snake. Actually, he stops off that bunker to try to get a better angle and then is forced to actually get into snake 1. So does he know exactly where Ryan Moorhead is?
This is a great little battle right here.
Not sure.
Oh, they know right where I think he knows where Ryan is. I don't think Ryan knows that he moves.
I think that was Frank who went up to the 50, didn't know that Ryan had moved up, just got shot.
Ryan
Moorhead.
And so Ryan's going to win that battle here. And then now he's going to push forward and trade out. So a little 2-pack here to finish from Ryan Moorhead. Nice work for him
Well, he got
potentially.
that crossfield kill too, right?
Also a 3-pack then for Ryan. That's a great job by Ryan Moorhead, MVP, former of Houston Heat here at World Cup. And looks like they're just going to let it run out and accept the loss. Point spread should be 7-4. Chad George is just waiting to clear the field before he runs in to hit that buzzer.
They'll hit the buzzer and get one more point.
They got to.
Yeah.
Gotta try, right?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Everyone's dead. Looks like he's Chad. I don't know.
This is the last time though he walked out the field almost without hitting the buzzer.
Interesting.
Assuming they were going to concede.
Unless he's calling himself out. Did he get hit somewhere?
No. I just think he's not.
Or they're just
heads up in the game right now.
I'm very surprised that Houston
He's figuring it out right now. Oh.
Wouldn't run in.
Are you guys not going to concede this? Do I need to go hit the button? Oh, we want to have our margin higher than the other team? No, you're right. That makes sense. He's figuring it out now.
That was kind of
well,
weird.
squandered point for Heat.
Yeah.
This should have been 7-4.
Yeah.
But so now they're just going to have to stick with. Now, if you win all your games, who cares? Point spread
as long
is
as you
important.
don't lose by 1 point.
Yeah. If some crazy thing happens and Houston Heat gets knocked out by 1 point, there was that 1 point.
Yeah, that was 37 seconds left on the clock.
With 2 guys on the field.
Right.
Very, very strange that both Chad Boucher and Chad
I think
George,
Chad's telling him right now.
as experienced as they are,
Yeah, you should hit that.
when you get a point you earn, you want to get that point.
Got to take it.
I mean, Houston Heat's not one to be on the bubble. Typically, they're always winning, going 4-0 or 3-1, and don't have any problems making it into Sunday. However, they're a team that also has won a World Cup, having to fight out of a wild card round and win 4 games in a row. So
Who else is in their bracket?
So it's Heat, Revo, X Factor, Thunder, and the Outlaws.
Yeah, so I mean that's a tough bracket.
Tough bracket. Who's your pick here, Outlaws or Thunder? 5-5, 3:40 left. I feel like the momentum has kind of switched back to the Outlaws.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I think I'm gonna go with the Outlaws.
Matt, who you going? Sorry.
I'm gonna take Thunder.
Nice. I'm gonna take the winner. So
I just
We'll
like
see how
to
it goes.
argue.
Yeah,
so
no, you have to have some contrary opinions. Otherwise, it's not very interesting.
well, Thunder going pretty conservative
They
here
like
and heavy
that.
guns,
They like
and
that
they
four
don't
in the
send
pocket.
anybody to the snake side.
0.
Not one body on Thunder, but it works out for them. They get a kill, but now can they get out? That's the question.
Or do they need to, if they can push up the Dorito side and just contain the snake side? Because Outlaws have that snake corner. The Outlaws let them get outside. Outlaws had that snake corner, but did not use it to contain Thunder. Let Thunder get out of the pocket. Kind of a big mistake there.
You need to keep that guy in that can.
No matter what.
Yeah. I think you have an 88 call. I remember
Yo,
you saying about 100
88,
times.
man. Nobody does it. Like
I
I'm
know.
just like, guys, it's real easy, man.
Yeah.
Make it easy.
That's
trade
ice
my
to 2.
guns.
You're wrapping. There's nobody here. You're basically just
Yep.
bombarding that bunker and not
Just,
coming off.
that's right. Pushing them to your buddy, or your buddy's pushing them to you.
Exactly.
Trade my guns attacked with one in the snake. He
Yeah.
got eliminated, but they're attacking with another one.
Body
now.
coming off, though, here for the Outlaws. That's going to hurt their chances to try to put the winning point on the board. Still a full complement of players for Seattle Thunder. And here comes Unger. Unger, number 22 for Seattle Thunder. And it's just going to be time to blow that concession horn, and that's exactly what happened. So that's going to leave 2 minutes and 35 seconds
So
on the
it's
clock.
X-ball now for them.
Yeah, so going to be 2-minute breaks in between these points. The Seattle Thunder and the Outlaws, but
Matt,
that
Tim
1
came
point
fired
lead.
up.
So we put $100 on that last point.
Was
right?
it 100? I thought it was 1,000. And we both took the Seattle Thunder. So that's
yeah,
like
so you're trying to make up. So you're trying to make up for Ohio. aren't you?
Yeah,
Back in the game, baby.
I rocked them in Ohio.
Back in the game.
We're even.
Finally, I'm up. Now I'm stopping.
So right now, again, 2 minutes and 35 seconds left here in this match, and Thunder has had a mix of aggression and very conservative breakouts. I think a little bit more on the conservative side, but then also quick to go in those secondaries. We'll see if they come out with a similar break. And then for the Outlaws, also kind of back and forth, taking some ground, sometimes holding off, going heavy guns, and we've kind of seen that back and forth. I mean, the only team that's been balls to the wall, crazy attack the whole time was Houston Heat, so far at least. We still have a lot more to go. It's a 3-day prelims.
This is what the 4th set.
Yeah, we're in the 4th set. 3 more sets left in this one. Just in today's battles. Impact, Energy, Elite, and Damage and DNG coming up next.
Really interesting to see what Impact does differently. Obviously, playing a different team, not the same level, but it'll be interesting to see the changes they make.
Well, if you're Impact, you want to come out and put up a 6-0 win on Energy Elite because of how badly you lost that first game.
What was the score? I didn't see it actually.
The final score was 8-2.
Really? Wow.
Mercy them.
That's surprising.
It is very surprising. The game started out actually pretty close.
And
through the
Impact
first.
didn't look bad. I didn't see like what they weren't like.
Well, they
you
had
know,
a couple penalties
Yeah.
that cost them. Infamous looked really hungry and was playing outstanding. And then with all the changes in the rosters, so yeah, I mean, Infamous also missing a couple guys, but they're not missing any core
I was going to say
guys.
their core guys are still there.
They still have their core guys,
Right.
and that starting 5 is nasty. Impact kind of having some guys in different positions, which I just didn't really work out for them. Not to
Right.
say that it can't work out in these next 3 games, but
Seattle loses 1 on the break as Trade My Gun takes the 50 snake on the break. That inside out lane, so good. They also get out to the Dorito corner.
See, now this snake, they don't know he's there.
Oh yeah.
He literally comes there, wraps, he kills both those
For
guys.
sure.
Instead, he shoots inside now. I think they know he's there.
They don't know he's there
Maybe he
yet, but they're about to find out.
Oh, he's about to find out. And don't shoot him right now. He's shot and packed.
Well,
So that's the difference. If you get there, they don't know you're there. I mean, you have that shot. If there's no snake corner, you just basically work your way out, and then you
most of the best moves that we've seen or the most productive killing arenas have been guys that get to the snake, no one knows they're there, and those guys are getting 2, 3, 4 packs.
Right.
And the thing I like about that bunker is if they know you're there, they've got every gun on the field on you.
Yes.
So if you just sit there and relax, now it's
Just
easy
chill.
to go down that drill side of the field.
That's what I tell my guys. If they know you're here, just hang out.
Yeah,
you know?
if you got
Just
3
make
guns
them
on
shoot
you-
because they're all gonna, the can, the tower, and maybe one of the Doritos are all
Center
gonna start
brick.
shooting your way. Right.
They're all on you.
Let's get a look
They
here.
have to be.
Let's get a look here at the fan predictions for Fantasy Paintball at myfanwagon.com. Download the app, playing for guns at stake. Revo, a big underdog to Houston Heat. And that's interesting. I get it, Houston Heat, 2-time world champs. But Thunder and the Outlaws, Thunder also a pretty sizable favorite over the Outlaws 68-32.
Nobody
And
told the Outlaws.
no, they did not. But with the Outlaws losing that first game to Revo, they definitely woke up and realized that if they want to have any chance of making Sunday at this tournament, that they needed to win this game. You only get 4 prelim games to work with. You need 2 wins to have any chance of hell of making it to Sunday. Bull Milo, New York Stream, but you know, it's,
Mr. 2 and 2.
but yeah, so it's but it's again we're going to continue to talk about it because it's true. It's hard out here. It's the best paintball teams in the world. And,
I don't care who you're playing. It's gonna be a
the
grind.
Wild Dogs won their first game.
That's what, like, if you, I never hear like any of the negative stuff, but every once in a while, like, oh, this guy was talking smack about this team or that team. Like, man, unless you're out here doing it, you don't have the right. This is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Well, here we go. So again, 2 minutes breaks in between these points. Now we're getting close to it. 1:39 seconds left. All tied up here at 6. Let's see if the Outlaws can upset the Seattle Thunder.
Great match.
Yeah, this is a great match. We've had some good games out here today. This is the closest one.
Yeah.
Maybe we will see an overtime. This is Thunder's first match, and the Outlaws are already getting in that must-win situation because you do not want to drop 2 games your very first day within the very first 3 hours or 4 hours of the tournament.
Right.
20 seconds.
That makes for a rough one, especially then it's 1 and then 1.
Yeah, you gotta
Makes
wait.
for a rough meeting that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, mentally it's weird, you know, when you come to Cup, you got the 3 days of prelims, still 4 games, but you're used to playing your 2 games a day, and so mentally
That
that pace is a little bit different out here. So
Thunder attacking up the middle on the break and the Dorito corner.
Trade my gun with snake off the break.
Nice. So Trade My Gun with Snake. 5-on-5 for both teams. Trade My Gun's now crawling that inside lane to that Snake. As Mark Franz releases from the back center, goes to center brick. They'll try to shut down the Dorito side. Good breakouts for both teams. Good positions.
Now they don't know he's in.
yeah, Sakaguchi coming off early here for Seattle Thunder from the center. They have good field position though on the Snake side here and on the D side with Patty Gleason taking some ground. It looks like Corey Field coming off. Patty Gleason now coming off too.
Yeah, Thunder down to just 2 players left alive. And Corey was really smart there because when he got shot, he did not shoot his gun. He waited for the referee to see the hit, come and
This
get
is
him.
the Outlaws' point to steal right here, and yeah, they might want to think about They got to throw the towel now though, because I mean, Map Chim is not going to. I mean, Map Chim almost pulled off a 3-on-1, but he's not going to pull off a 1-on-4. So now they throw the towel. So and wow, Outlaws up by 1 here. 45 seconds to go.
So actually, John Iannucci just did text me that stuff for that for the so he's doing a raffle. He's going to raffle off a whole group of pro jerseys.
A bunch of jerseys, yeah.
NYX Aftermath. I mean, he's
I
got
heard it's like
jerseys for
$30,000
everybody.
for the jersey.
It's
Yeah.
probably more.
Well, the cow.
50,000.
Yeah.
The cause is cancer.
Yeah, the kid's name is Matthew Walker. He's gone through a bunch of rounds of chemo. I think he just finished his last ground in these passes. So John's trying to raise some money for him.
That's
to
awesome,
help
man.
him
Great
out.
cause.
Yeah.
So,
It's like I said on your
you know,
Instagram.
get on Instagram, John Iannucci, San Diego Aftermath. I think it'll be on our Instagram too. John's going to have raffle tickets and stuff, and then it's just going to be, 20, 30 jerseys from all the, pro invitational jerseys, special NYX jerseys. We're going to have a couple special ones in there that we're not even going to be playing in. So just a bunch of stuff. So definitely check that out, guys. And,
Yeah, please support.
Good cause for a good kid.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm glad you guys did the breast cancer awearess.
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
'cause,
definitely.
I said my mom just had to fight through that.
We want to help. It's for we have a local in Albany, Susan G. Komen Foundation, and we're going to donate some of the proceeds to that. Definitely keep an eye out where we may do another one next season. I think we're going to try and do 1 or 2 a season just to help out. Limited runs of those jerseys. Everybody. I mean, I had 20 people stop at our booth already. Hey, can I get a jersey? I think we have maybe one
Make
left.
more next time.
Yeah.
Make more.
So
Don't you run
You
like
will
a
sell
successful
them.
business?
I do. I'm a pretty successful guy. But if I had
Clearly,
your
you hired
money,
some good people.
I would burn mine. You keep beating me in these bets.
Come on, baby.
Milk and Bo for all of that hard-earned money.
That's it.
I came home after last and my wife wouldn't look at me. She's like, "Don't you come in here losing money?"
I beat him up pretty good last
Ugh.
last
Oh,
night.
yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
I gave him first pick on like all these games.
Not true. Not true.
Rich.
I don't know.
The losing part is true. That's true. But I think we went back
He's like,
and forth on the
I'll
picks.
take Kings. And it's Golden State Kings, not MLK. I'll take the Kings. I'll take the Kings. I'll take the Kings.
Wait,
Hey,
I ended up
sometimes-
winning. Now that I think about it, because the Kings won the event.
Oh.
So if I picked the Kings all the time and they won the event, it owes me a lot of money. It's a
Hey,
wonderful argument.
Sometimes
Yes.
it goes your way. I'll do bets with my wife sometimes when we watch the UFC, and
Oh.
sometimes she cleans my house and she doesn't know anything about any of these
Yeah.
guys. And I'm
Oh.
like, wait,
I like his
know-
name. I
yeah.
like the color of his trunks.
The wife, my
I'll
wife,
take the guy with the beard,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh.
Lou picks it out
Great.
by the entry music. She listens to the 2 songs that they play coming in. She's like, I like his song better. His energy is better. He's going to win. And she's like 80-20.
That's like my wife with like March Madness. She'll go through and pick, and she'll win every year. And I'm just like, you know nothing about college basketball.
This isn't football.
What
it's
are you
basketball.
What are you picking on right now?
I just like the color of their logo.
Yeah.
Like, how are you taking all of my money? This is not fair.
Seattle
Big point
Thunder needs to win a point here in 45 seconds if they want a chance to tie this match.
Yeah, it's a huge moment right now for both these squads. Outlaws absolutely need to win. They do not want to go 0-2 to start day 1. And the Thunder has 35 seconds to figure something out. They do lose the first body, and it's Patty
I was
Gleason
gonna
off
say,
that D
this is going to
side.
be a lot of kills from the 50
He just
snake
killed
right
2.
here.
He just killed Mark and Fred out of that can.
Yeah, and I don't know if
Marky stayed in. That's smart.
I like that they sent a body up here into the snake for
They
the
still
Outlaws.
don't know he's here.
They have no idea he's there.
They picked it up. I think they might have a chance here. 16 seconds, just one body left alive in that back corner bunker. Can Seattle
He's just
Thunder do it here to
just
tie it
amped
up?
over there.
There
He
goes
will-
Gomez. Gomez
he
in the
will
center of
do
the
it.
field, and
He
Unger's
will
going to
do
try
it.
to sprint past him. I think
Aye.
Gomez is going to hit it.
Boom, good game, Seattle Thunder.
Wow.
Great point.
What a great game, man. Seattle Thunder able to win this quick point, tied up
And
7-7.
That's
Off that
getting to
snake.
the 50. Not knowing they're there, he popped 1 or 2 guys in the back.
And if you get his guy in the snake on the break, don't have him hide there and look inside, which you can do from 3 other positions. Have
Right.
him go cancel that guy out.
Exactly.
Game time finish overtime.
Hey, that was a great move up the center to finish from Gomez.
Nice.
And I was, if you're a Thunder fan, you probably were getting a little scared considering they lost Patty Gleason right
He's really
out the
stepped
gate.
up for them, to be honest.
Yeah, Gomez is a really smart guy, intense but nice guy. Had to stop playing for a while, get some stuff in order, came back. Bigger guy, great timing, great gunfighter and a leader. So yes, he's a great component, and
Yeah.
we've seen him have some really big moves out here.
Yep.
That's why I love it when the guys like Gomez, Harris, guys that are not the 5-foot blazing fast guys. It's like you don't have to be
Right.
5'6".
It's all about timing. A lot of those guys have timing, and they can read the paint, and they can read when the actual correct moment is to go and get a 2-pack down the middle of the field. Or something.
Harris Hussein. Clearly not
don't
on
just-
athleticism.
come
I mean, the strongest
blow his
player,
head up. We won't
the
be able to
strongest
fit
player
through the
on your
net.
team, Harris Hussein. The
Yeah,
linchpin.
you're
the
all-star,
linchpin-
Harris Hussein. You know,
Yes.
you know the guy we're
New York
talking about,
Extreme.
right?
Okay.
You've got his
You're
jersey.
like-
You wear his jersey all the time, right?
I have his jersey pinned on my in my room. I shoot it with.
We're just trying to keep it up because we want you to have to use the semi truck to get his goggles.
Oh, yeah.
That big old head that he's gonna.
Make the hole in the net bigger, please. Harris is coming
He's
in.
probably listening right now in VIP, so I could see the tent raising because his head is getting so big. Yeah.
Here goes Seattle Thunder. Trade my gun 7-7. First tie here this weekend.
And jumping into overtime, so
14 points.
5 minutes
That's
on
a
the
lot
clock.
of points.
That's
That's a lot of
That is
points.
a lot of points. But
we saw a lot of points at the Pro Invitational.
Yeah, for sure.
You saw some 7-4s, 8-3. I mean, you saw a lot of points played. So you knew there was going to be a lot of points at this.
Yeah, it's a fast. It potentially is a fast field.
yeah, that's where having a deep roster will help. Hoping you guys have been hitting
And have
the
legs.
road, getting some cardio. So here we go. Starting lineup right now for Seattle Thunder.
Hey, I'm the last one to come off the field.
Yeah, I'm not.
A lot of my guys are like, oh, I'm gassed. Come on.
Come on. Nobody ever died from pain.
Exactly.
So on the breakout here, another conservative breakout, kind of for both squads. They go heavy guns. And the first to get off is Patty Gleason again here, this time from that back center.
Is that Barella in the snake or Unger?
I think that's Unger. Yeah, it's
Not
Unger this time.
Barolo's 88.
No, it's Brandon Unger. So Unger in the snake, and that's going to be good, though. They need him to do something from there, though. He's got to be careful. I don't think they know he's there. Got to be careful not to bump that bunker. Outlaws trying to get out wide. Did Unger pick him up as he overslid that spot? No, he's in there with him. Oh, and Unger wins the battle. So the Outlaws have taken the snake as well, too. But Unger is going to win that fight to tie up the body count here. It's now 4-on-4. Seattle Thunder, though, still doubled up in the backfield here as they have two bodies in that can, one on the knee and the map chim up on his feet. And it's just Gomez there looking towards that D side. And here comes the counter push again. And in that center, Sakaguchi, he's going to launch up.
Unger saved himself by moving inside.
Yes.
And countered. He kind of predicted they would.
Yeah, but here comes the run through for the Outlaws. Going to take out Thunder, and Map Chim's going to come through. And does Map Chim stay alive? No, he has sacrificed his body. We might see a penalty, though, on the Outlaws. We're going to see a minor penalty assessed on the Outlaws, and that's going to pull out their back corner bunker. They still have one player left alive. I believe it is a 2-on-1, so Sakaguchi has no idea where this guy is. And he's going to get run down, and so it's going to be a 1-on-1 with Gomez in the back corner bunker.
That's karma.
Unbelievable. Speaking of 1-on-1s, make sure to catch Monday Night Paintball, Ultimate Shootout number 4.
His hopper's down.
Looks like he pushed on the back of the loader.
Yeah, he keeps speed feeding his hopper from the bottom because his hopper's down.
Who's going to win this 1-on-1? Huge, crucial moment.
Gomez has a working gun, so that gives him a big advantage.
Oh, and Gomez gets the kill. So Gomez is going to play the hero today.
What did we just talk about? Adam Gomez.
Yeah, so Adam Gomez runs through to finish off that 15th or 22nd point that they scored in the last one, and now plays the hero, wins the 1-on-1 to give Thunder their first win in their first game, and that is unfortunately, the Outlaws are always just getting the tough end of the luck stick here.
The luck stick, I like that.
Yeah, well, so they're now going to go 0-2, but what a battle they put out here.
I think they both look good, man. I think both of those teams look good. I think both of those programs are improving, and that's all you can really expect.
Picking up young kids and keeping them on the program.
That's all you can hope for right now, man.
What's that?
That's all you can hope for, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's both of those teams being better than they were before. That's all you can hope for in this kind of year.
Yeah, so that will do it for this set.
The driving mission at Go Sports is to bring you the best paintball content and broadcast in the world, behind the scenes, in the pits, and on the field. To continue this mission, we're rolling out a renovated website platform across the board with easier search functions and a more robust chat system for better interaction with your fellow fans. Dive farther into the game with a new integrated stats portal. Get your insight into the game anytime, anywhere.